Are you ready to meet the fastest classic Mercedes of the 1970s? Gather your attention and try to catch up with these cars that possess pure speed, because they were extremely fast in their era, and catching up to them was seen as almost impossible. If I told you there's a classic Mercedes that could leave the Ferraris and Lamborghinis of that era eating its dust, you might be forced to disbelieve me. But this isn't a fantasy world. This is reality. The 1970s were one of the most legendary periods for Mercedes-Benz. During that time, in a world shaken by the oil crisis, people and manufacturers were paying more attention to economical vehicles, but Mercedes considered pure power more important. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Moreover, the information you'll learn at the end of the video will completely change your thoughts about classic cars. The classic Mercedes that could reach 314 kilometers per hour with a diesel engine is one of them. Let's go back to that era together. Lean back and give your attention to the video. Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.3. This car, launched in 1968, managed to leave most people open-mouthed in the 1970s. With this car, Mercedes engineers showed everyone how fast a sedan could be. They placed the 6.3-liter V8 engine of the 600 flagship limousine into the lighter body of the W109. The result was a Legend with 250 horsepower, 500 Newton meters of torque, and the ability to reach 100 kilometers per hour from a standstill in 6.5 seconds. It was very hard to see these figures even in the sports cars of that era. This car, which reached a maximum speed of 220 kilometers per hour, was the car of choice for the wealthy of the 1970s. Even some high-ranking people in Rome added this vehicle to their fleets. The interesting part is that the 6.3-liter engine was perfectly fitted into an ordinary Mercedes sedan with engineering genius. Chrome details, calm design lines, wood-paneled luxury interior, leather seats. No one would have imagined that the automobile pulling up next to them at an intersection could leave them eating dust the moment the gas was pressed. This is true luxury, pure speed. Thanks to the air suspension system, the automobile was driven like a luxury limousine even at high speeds. Those inside the car traveled in a silent island of comfort, unaware of the outside. Today, collectors view the Mercedes 300 SEL 6.3 not just as a car, but as an engineering manifesto. What you must not forget is that during the period this car was produced, there were millions of people unaware of color television. We continue with a vehicle that contains more than this story. At that time, there were engineers who thought the 6.3 was still not as fast as desired. In 1971, Mercedes collaborated with AMG engineers, who had no official relationship with it at that time, and designed the AMG 300 SEL 6.8, also known as the Red Pig, wrote Sau. As proof of this, the result was something mind-boggling. 428 horsepower and 620 Newton meters of torque. At the 24 hours of Spa-Francorchamps race, this car was on the same track as cars like BMW, Porsche, and Ford Capri, and passed them all. Moreover, it didn't just leave them behind. It took first place in its class and second place in the overall standings. Yes, Mercedes had achieved this with a luxury limousine. A limousine weighing more than 1,800 kilograms was making racing cars hundreds of kilograms lighter than itself eat dust that day. The spectators watched in amazement. One of the spectators that day was expressing that it was as if a whale among dolphins was swimming faster than them. After the AMG 300 SEL 6.8, AMG's star shone, and it began a journey that continues to this day. This car, painted in red, turned into one of the legendary pieces of Mercedes history and left a message to the world. Luxury and performance can come together under the same roof and can even make everyone eat dust in a race. The prices of this model, of which a few exist today, exceed millions of dollars. But the spirit of courage that car possesses is more valuable than this price. The journey that AMG's founders started by saying, "We can do it," has led to it becoming one of the leading companies among performance brands today. Sometimes great things start with great dreams born in a small garage. Before moving on to the next car, a small reminder. If you're still on the video and liked it, you can support me by hitting the like button, and if you subscribe to the channel for free and turn on notifications, you can be informed about videos of this kind. I recommend you join our Vintage Benz family, because inside there are classic Mercedes videos you won't find anywhere else. Join us and let's go back to those eras together. Now imagine you're in 1972. The Mercedes-Benz 350 SL launched in 1972, and its big brother, the Mercedes-Benz 450 SL, tore down the design world. This roadster, that everyone knows as the R107 chassis, would be produced for 18 years and earn the right to be one of the longest-lived models in Mercedes history. The Mercedes 450 SL carried a 4.5-liter V8 engine in its heart and had 225 horsepower. This car, with a maximum speed of 215 kilometers per hour, left those who saw it in awe. Even Hollywood's brightest stars loved the Mercedes 450 SL very much, and this car was the lead in many popular TV series. Famous musicians, actors, and businessmen became fans of this car. The R107, besides being a sports car, was seen as a lifestyle symbol. With its open top, aggressive yet elegant stance, and luxury interior, it made the user feel they had achieved something. Imagine being inside this car and driving along the Mediterranean coast, the sunset view, the gentle wind's touch on your face, and the soft growl of the car's engine. This is exactly the feeling, one of the legendary aspects of the 450 SL. The automobile was also able to be a showcase of Mercedes' safety philosophy. As a result of crash tests, this car was found to be far ahead of the standards of its era. Thanks to side impact protections, crumple zones, and advanced structural design, it was accepted as one of the safest open automobiles of its era. Even today, at classic automobile auctions, the price of the 450 SL is breaking its own records. These prices increase further every passing year. The fact that this car is a work of art carries its price even higher. If you encounter a 450 SL one day, get behind its wheel and go back to those eras. At that moment, you'll feel all the magic of the 1970s. In this part of the story, we travel together to the year 1977, and there is the Mercedes-Benz 450 SLC 5.0. This coupe, introduced in 1977, was seen as the symbol of Mercedes' official entry into the rally arena. A lightened aluminum hood and trunk lid, more aerodynamic body panels, and a completely new 5.0-liter V8 engine. This engine was the first aluminum block V8 that Mercedes used in serial production. Producing 240 horsepower, the Mercedes 450 SLC 5.0 reached 100 kilometers per hour from a standstill in 7.5 seconds and could reach a maximum speed of 225 kilometers per hour. The most thrilling part happened at the 1979 Bandama Rally. Hannu Mikkola finished first in the race with the Mercedes 450 SLC 5.0, and this model didn't stop with this success. In the same year, it also managed to overtake everyone at the South American Rally. Imagine a luxury coupe that managed to compete with the world's best rally cars on the muddy and rugged roads of Africa and come in first. This was a true example of where engineering and courage combined. The Mercedes 450 SLC 5.0, driven for hours over cracked rocks, deep pits, and rugged roads, continued to work without making a sound. With this car, Mercedes showed how much it invested in engines and paved the way for the next generation of performance models. Very few of this model were put on the market, and today it has become one of the rarest pieces for collectors. Finding a 450 SLC 5.0 in good condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. As for its prices, they see the summits. Because this car represents the racing spirit in Mercedes' DNA. We're moving on to the legend of the 1970s. In this part of our list, you see the Mercedes-Benz 450 SEL 6.9. Introduced in 1975, this model is not just the legend of the 1970s. In my opinion, it deserves to be one of the most magnificent sedans of all time. With its enormous 6.9-liter V8 engine, the Mercedes 450 SEL 6.9 produced 286 horsepower and 549 Newton-meters of torque. But these figures cannot show how great a vehicle this car is. Capable of reaching 100 kilometers per hour from a standstill in 7.4 seconds, the Mercedes 450 SEL 6.9 left everyone in awe with its maximum speed of 240 kilometers. Along with this much speed, it also offered the user luxury. The hydropneumatic suspension system, licensed from Citroën, ensured you felt nothing even on rugged roads. That is, inside the car traveling at 200 kilometers per hour, you could comfortably sip your own coffee without spilling it. Formula One world champions, famous artists, statesmen put their names on the list to own this car. It was the subject of films, appeared in Bond films. Indeed, a famous French director filmed a scene in his own film where the lead actor made an incredible drive through all the streets of Paris with this car. And that scene became one of the most iconic chase scenes in cinema history. The test a German journalist did on this car is the most legendary part of this story. The Mercedes 450 SEL 6.9 was driven without stopping for several hours at 220 kilometers per hour, but the engine didn't make even the slightest temperature change. The oil pressure remained constant. The brakes didn't experience the slightest fade. Even the tires defied those deadly speeds. This proves once again what German engineering means. The production of this car, of which 7,380 units were produced, was stopped in 1979. Today, a good Mercedes 450 SEL 6.9 corresponds to prices exceeding $150,000 at auctions. Those who know this car have no doubt that it is more than just a car. If you have the chance to drive it once, you'll understand what I mean. This car, in the place where power speaks quietly, tells you everything without words. Mercedes had another bonus vehicle besides its fastest serial production models of the 1970s. With its legendary orange color, the Mercedes-Benz C111. Imagine a car that was never put on the market, as if it came from the future. You can see this car in some of my other videos too, and I recommend you watch those as well. But it would be unfair if this car weren't on this list. The Mercedes C111 was used in 3 different versions for technology tests on engines. In its first versions, the Wankel rotary engine was used. The 3-rotor C111 Saus I reached 280 horsepower, while the 4-rotor C111-2 reached 350 horsepower and 300 kilometers per hour. Later in 1976, the C111-2D with a diesel engine came out, and this model broke records in durability tests. In 1978, the turbo diesel version, the Mercedes C111-3, managed to take the 12-hour average 314 kilometers per hour speed record. It's hard to believe, but Mercedes had achieved all of this with a diesel engine. Think about it. A vehicle with a diesel engine averaging 314 kilometers per hour for 12 hours is breaking records, and moreover, these are happening in the 1970s. Today, the speed of most ordinary cars doesn't see this figure. The orange, almost phosphorescent glow color of the Mercedes C111 and its gull-wing doors made it unique both technologically and aesthetically. Mercedes never put this car into serial production. Offers with unmentioned figures came from many businessmen and millionaires, meaning they wanted to buy it no matter what the price. Indeed, an Arab sheikh left a blank check on top of it and made the offer, "You write the figure." But Mercedes saw this car as the herald of the future and rejected all offers. This car was not for sale. It was concrete proof of the engineer's imagination. The Mercedes C111 continues to enchant visitors at the Mercedes Museum today. When you stand in front of it, you feel as if you are facing a spacecraft that came from the future. Yet in its era, there wasn't even a cell phone yet. This is the power of true vision. This car was faster than time. All the automobiles in this list have one thing in common. They were all born from Mercedes thinking of achieving the impossible. In the 1970s, Mercedes made the whole world experience an age of courage that automobile fans might never see again. The oil crisis, economic stagnation, environmental concerns, ignoring all of them, Mercedes proved to the whole world what German engineering possesses by bringing performance and luxury together. And while doing this, it didn't just produce automobiles, it created engineering marvels. Behind each model, who knows how many sleepless nights of engineers there are? Thousands of failed tests and disappointments also belong here. But because of a passion that never gave up, these cars still manage to excite us even 50 years later. The 450 SEL 6.9's silent power, the AMG Red Pigs racetrack legend, and the Mercedes C111's futuristic design and final point. Which one would you want to own right now, and where would you want to drive it first? Be sure to share in the comments, and let's dream of this together. Classic automobiles aren't just made of old pieces of metal, they all have stories worth telling, and behind all of them stand magnificent engineering decisions. As we listen to their stories, we return to those eras, and if you want to listen to more stories from that era, there are videos I've prepared with care for you on my channel. You can be informed of these stories by subscribing and turning on the bell. We've come to the end of the video. Which car was the most legendary in this list in your opinion? Share in the comments, and don't forget to hit like if you liked the video. If you still haven't joined the Vintage Benz family, you're missing out on a lot without even realizing it, because here there are classic Mercedes prepared with care for you. I want to live exactly the era you're looking for together with you, and I too am a fan of the Mercedes of that era like you. Come on, you too, subscribe to the channel for free and join the Vintage Benz family and start living that era with us. State in the comments which cars you'd like to see in upcoming videos. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.